So back when the game was launched in 2018, we was given an officer that was available for a few months, and then suddenly he stopped being available. Well, that's the way I think it worked. Then he was brought back as a pay to acquire, and then the last couple of months he's actually been available as a free-to-play sourcing through the Officer Flash Pass, which runs between the arcs. Who are we talking about? Yes, we are talking about Tal, and he is the subject of tonight's video. I'm Admiral Pegasus, and this is Star Trek Fleet Command. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Pegasus Show. Now on tonight's show we will be talking about the Officer Tal, a Romulanian officer who has been in the last couple of months actually finally been able to be sourced free to play for everybody. And yes, a few days ago I acquired him, so yeah. Now we have just started a new arc at the time that this video drops, so I hope you are enjoying Voyager Part 2. And hopefully it's actually been a nice launch, but we shall wait and see about that one. Now, let's actually jump into the Officers tab and have a look at this officer. Okay, so this is our Officer Tal, and for some reason with me he's still level 1. That really needs to be sorted out and made him actually, you know, a decent level. But doesn't stop us from doing this video. Yeah, Romulanian officer, extremely OP in certain situations, and could actually help give Pike Moreau Chen a bit of a coffee break rather than going out doing all that grinding. So yeah, now obviously he was one of the original set of officers released into the game back in November 2018. And he's part of the Romulanian Patriots group. And as you can see from the top here as well, he is an engineering... no, that's science, isn't it? Trying to... it's just coming up with strength. He's a science officer. So, yeah. He's primarily a defense stat officer as well. Looking at the stats there. 474... with the health stats at 394, not far behind, and attack way down. So he's primarily a defense officer, but when he gets up, he could potentially be a decent health officer as well. Now, he does have at least 2 traits. He has an advisor and a patriotic. I haven't actually seen many away teams that require patriotic or advisor, but maybe I've just not been paying attention to him. However, I won't be putting these on because, yeah, he's very well used at current, and I'm extremely happy with what I found. So, looking at his captain's ability, obviously the original characters released in the game only came with captains and officer abilities. So, when fighting battleships, Tal increases your weapon damage by 20%. Now, it doesn't seem an awful lot, because if you take a 100,000 DPR ship, you're potentially looking at around about, what, 100,000. You're probably looking at an extra 20,000 added on top. So, yeah. Then you've got to split that down between your individual weapons. So, yeah. It'll be every single weapon that fires in that, but given the fact it does say weapon damage, pretty much as a whole, I would pretty much say, look at your DPR, take 20% of it and add it on top. So that's what you'll be looking at. His officer ability is where we primarily actually focus, because this is the bread and butter to Tal, and this is what makes him extremely OP in PvE. And actually a very decent PvP officer. As long as the opponent, and it does say opponent, it doesn't state hostiles, it doesn't state players, it doesn't state armadas, so you could potentially use him anywhere, and I would highly recommend you actually test him yourself as well. As long as the opponent has burn-in, so you will need specific officers for this one, Tal decreases its hull health by 5% each turn. Now, this actually does work every single round, and I will show you some battle logs of Tal working. So, and I might even show you some fights where he's particularly very useful. Now, off the bat, I can tell you straight, Actian hostiles absolutely nails it. The freebooters absolutely nails it. The capital ships in the capital systems, Sol, Romulus and Kronos, pretty damn effective against. Not the best. It's still Pike Moreau, Talon, or Chen, or Picard, Beverly, Talon or Chen, or Kath if you've actually got Kath. So they are still far more effective. But the one thing is that I found putting Tal on the bridge against those capital traders, it doesn't matter if it's a heavy or an ordinary. So now, given the fact the officer's deployed, I know exactly what ship he's on. Hopefully that ship is currently sat in Romulus, so we can actually show you that. So why don't we jump over and actually have a look. Okay, so no, we're in beta Penthe at the minute. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to warp it all the way to Romulus. But what we can do is we can show you the officer stats via stfc.space. So why don't we jump on over there and have a look. Okay, so looking at the officers tab is what we are going to need. And if we take that B out and put Tal in. And there we go. So here is Tal. Oh, sorry, he is an engineering officer. I originally did think he was an engineering. So I'm sure some of you dropped in the comment section that is an engineering officer. So always trust me to make a problem somewhere. Now, if officer ability is what we're going to look at, but captain's ability. So here you can see the synergy. 10% with any other engineering officers, but command and science give them a 20% boost. So at full synergy, you're actually looking at 60% increase to weapons damage. So Nero for burning, Giorgio for burning. Sadly though, yeah, they're not synergied to Tal, but we can have a look at that a little bit further down. So yeah, not bad. Actually, could be pretty effective. But this is where we're looking in. That's the officer ability. As long as you've got burning, decreases hull health by 5% each turn. That's out of the box. Tops out at 10% for being tier 5. So very effective. Yeah, I can't say. I absolutely love this character. I'm hitting targets I never thought I'd actually hit. And I will show you me actually hitting some and winning. But it will come down to cost efficiencies about, do you really want to go that high? So now if we actually go into the shards. So here we're looking at a fair few shards. We've got 34, 51, 102, 136 and 204. Yes, I should have prepared this a bit earlier. 12, 13, 17, 4, 9, 12, 2, 4, 5. 527 shards in total. So, yeah, fairly expensive. Less than 1 million officer XP to obviously do each single level, single tier, sorry. 16,500 Romanian credits and 3 engineering badges. Now, yes, those I can just look at the screen literally and just do the maths in the top of my head, off the top of my head, sorry. So its levels are pretty standard. It is going to cost you a fair bit in Officer XP, but as you can see, his stats building up. I mean, these are base levels, so what you saw in game, that's based on research and everything else. But you can clearly see here, it's defense, health, and attack. That's the order it's going to go in. But when you actually look at the top, level 30, 804 for defense, 658 for health, and 293 for attack. Add on top your research, yeah, you're looking at quite a lot. Here's your trait XP, and here is the synergy officers. So Levana Sharvanek is one of our tried officers who can actually start burning. She can deploy it, but it lasts for the first 2 rounds. Not very good when it comes to using with Tal. Decius, ideal on the side with him, using Decius' abilities. You got Merrick going up against Federation ships. Lenar going up against Klingon ships, but Lenar you're dropping to a 10%, so he's not one of the high level synergy. DJ Oki 20%, again he's another brilliant one. Yeah, he is like he's the opposite to Zao. So yeah, 20%. And Severus, I think Severus can start burning, but yeah, so it is a 10%. So yeah, probably won't be my ideal one. But your primary officers that you really do actually want with Tal is either going to be Nero or Giorgio, or as most of us know her as Gigi. I will state that Gigi is probably a better option, but make sure she has that better percentage for proccing burning over Nero. So let's jump back into game, and hopefully we're going to be in the capital system. Okay, so the Valdor is currently in Romanian territory. Now, I'm just going to show you the crew that I'm currently using with Tal. Is Giorgio to proc the burning. And obviously we're going to look at here. At the start of each round, if the opponent is burning, Giorgio decreases the attack of all officers on the opponent's ship by 100% for that round. Decreasing attack may result in decrease in damage. So that's a pretty good one. But obviously that's going to be more of a PvP aspect. Officer's ability. At the beginning of each round, Giorgio has a 75% chance of burning the opponent's ship for 2 rounds. So that's what we actually need. And 75% chance is better than Nero, because Nero at tier 5 is only 50%. And but Nero's yeah, is probably better when it comes to the auger, because every time his weapon hits the target, he has a 50% chance of burning. So, yeah. I can't remember how many rounds that lasts, but, you know. Obviously, we've got Hemner on the bridge as well for the taking on survey ships, so he's going to be brilliant against our capital traders. And Tal, of course, using his officer ability. Below deck, I've got Hugh to give me that critical chance. So, making sure the odds are in my favour. Now, just as Lucas had it, we've got a heavy trader coming beside us. So, we're going to hit this one. And then we're going to try and find a normal one. Oh, here it is. There's one. So, now you can see how little damage I've actually sustained there. It was a little amount, but we will jump into the battle logs after we just see how much extra damage I take on this. And this is just proving that using Tal, you pretty much can hit either and not have to worry too much. So there we go. There's another one. And as you can see, that damage has decreased just that little bit more. And it's roughly about the same. So now let's have a look at the battle logs. I'll move myself over. So, yeah, I didn't quite catch the... let's just quickly jump back in there. 12 point something. I know that much. Let's try a third time. 3, 2, 1. 12.2. So 12.2, and I've dropped down to 11.49. So 12.2, 11 point, we'll say 11.5. We'll round it up a little bit. So actually, we're looking at 0.7. So we're looking at 700,000 off my hull. So that's not bad. And that's the heavy trader. We will look at the battle log in a minute. So now let's compare this to the normal transport. So, okay. That's 10.71. Again, 0.7 million. It's not going to take a genius to work that one out. Literally. We've gone from 0.5 to 0.7. So if you really want to be pedantic about it, yes, it's actually 800,000 hull damage. So, but Tal has also done a number on that one. We've gone 14 rounds here. So Hemner's procced straight away for us. GG hasn't, so obviously Tal is not going to proc. But there's GG procking, there's Tal, and that's it. I think that's it. We're pretty much burning this thing. And don't forget, burning also has this underlying ability to remove 1% of the hull as well. Now, how that works, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if it's 1% per round or 1% per fight. If it's 1% per fight, well, yeah. I'm not going to say much more. But anyway, so that's 6 rounds. You can see Giorgio's pocking along with Tal. So we're just constantly burning that thing and ripping its hull to shreds. Now, looking at the heavy trader here, we've pretty much taken about the same amount of hull off this thing. We've gone 1 round quicker. Again, Giorgio's not procced, so no Tal. Round 2, here we go. And then by the look... okay. Oh, yes. So Giorgio's not procced, but the 2 rounds still allows for Tal to carry on burning. So no proc there. There's a proc. There's a proc. There's a proc. Round 8. Down to Tal. And then full proc again. So, yeah. Pretty damn good. I can't grumble. So, now let's have a look at some... now, I'm just going to send the Valdor home because I need to change to another specific officer, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But let's jump back in and find some more battle logs. So we've got more traders. That's me literally trying to smash it out just before the event change. Unfortunately, I didn't actually complete the event, which at the time of recording is faction hunts. So I literally didn't complete the Federation one, killing the Feds, and I didn't complete the Romulans. I managed to get so far, but I did manage to wipe out a load of Klingon ships. Please don't tell me that's going to be the entirety of my battle logs. No, Borg tactical probes. I actually did run a couple of tests with the Borg. So they're the 44s. Right, so let's have a look at this one. So here we go. So we've got Tal on this one as well. But to be honest, with Tal, I'm taking that little bit more damage. And I got to a certain point. 34s. Yep, again. So I just moved over to a 44 system to see if I could do any better. Yeah. In all honesty, Strange New Worlds crew, full synergy is going to be the way on that one. What else we got? Oh, we do have some freebooters. freebooter level 50 using Tal Ortegas, and this is on an auger. So this is not just limited to the G4. This is a tier 8 auger smacking a level 50. Yes, smacking a level 50 freebooter, and it can hit a 52 as well. This can hit a 52. So if providing you're using the an ideal loadout, I mean, here we go. I mean, so we've got Hugh. I've got Sam Rutherford. I've got Beckett Mariner, Divana Tindy, and Hemmer. So, yeah, I used Hemmer on the below deck for the health stats boost. So, yeah, that was a tier 9 auger. So, and then obviously because I was taking a little bit too much damage, I moved over to the 45s just to finish off. But we're still not quite home yet. So what we will show you is is his ability to take on the high level freebooters, and we'll show you the battle log for that one. So let's jump to the freebooter system. Okay, so I've arrived here in Zabubal, which is a level 55 system, and we have got level 55, 56 and 57 in here. And yeah, we do have a level 57 ship, but I'm very hesitant to actually go after that one because I know for a fact that's a bit more than I can chew. However, there's a nice juicy number 56 here. So let's go after it. And I'll show you what I mean by you might not want to consider hitting this high, but it shows you what you can do should you really actually want to go for it. So here we go. Watch the hull damage that appears on the Valdor after this. It is going to be an expensive repair bill. Whoa, big time. But that's a level 56 ship. Now let me move my thing out of the way. I'm still Ops 44. That's literally 12 levels above me. 12 levels. Yeah. That's big. That is an awful lot. 12 levels. Now, as you can see with the amount of hull I've got left, definitely don't go after those 57s. So now I'm going to send the Valdor back to Beta Penthe, ready to go grind out those Klingons after I've edited this video, and then put it in on a schedule. Yes, because it's going to schedule to drop this video. So here's the battle log. As you can see how much damage that Tal took off this thing. And it literally comes down to when Tal works, the more rounds your fight goes, the more hull he takes off. So as you can see, this is way smaller than the Romulan transports were. And how many rounds were the Romulan transports? 14 rounds. Okay, so he's decreased their hull by 5%. Pretty much, not all the time though, 5% every single round. This one has gone 19, so we've gone even further. We've added an extra 5 rounds. That's an extra 25% off its hull. But as you can see, Giorgio and Tal have both procced in the first round, which is good. And then they're going to... Giorgio didn't proc there, but Tal still gets to proc because of Giorgio's ability. Now we've got no Tal. So there she goes again. So now we're back on for another 2 rounds. Round 5. Oh, there we go. We've gone up to round 6 now before. Now we can go to round 7. Oh, now we can go to round 8. But you see where I'm going. She works for 2 rounds, so which means if she procs, Tal works to go with it. If she doesn't proc in the next round, Tal will still work. So I can still go into round 8 and Tal proc. And again, just okay, so Jojo's still procking, so now we can go to round 9. She's still procking, so now we go to round 10. She's procced again. And again. And again. Oh my god, is she actually procking pretty much every single round to the end of the fight? Because now we're up to 13. No, but she does. So there you go. So Tal can still proc, even though Jojo doesn't. And as we saw in round 3, he couldn't proc because Jojo didn't proc. So, yeah. Tal is absolutely fantastic. He's a great asset. Don't put him up against a Jem'Hadar though. Yeah. I tried to go high. I went to a 52 in the Jem'Hadar. Yeah, I got absolutely wiped out. It was like the Jem'Hadar just literally went like that, said bye-bye. So, yeah, don't put him up against the Jem'Hadar. If you do put him on a ship like this against freebooters, or maybe a Kelvin, or the Katinga, that's one. Make sure you put the correct Strange New Worlds in. Now, the Actian Hostiles are another good one. And I could have sworn I did Actian Hostiles after I did Freebooters. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, let's do this one. This was the first one. 5, Jojo, Tal. Yes, my shields took a battering. But hey ho, but that Apex took a battering as well. Now, bearing in mind that I've seen play, all I heard was, oh, pylum this, pylum that, use them on a pylum against the Actians. Not once did I actually hear somebody say, stick him on an uncommon rare, so an uncommon G4 ship. Guess what I did? That's tier 6. And I will tell you straight now, there's no weapon upgrades, no armor upgrades, no nothing. It's a blank tier 6, level 30. So, yeah, what more can you say? He's a fantastic officer. He's now going to go do faction hunt this evening after I've edited this video. There's not much that else can be said about him. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel should you wish to. All the likes show how well this video does, and the subscribers shows how well the channel is doing, and it also makes my channel look a little bit better. Also, if you wish to donate to the channel, as you can see, I've got a donation target there. All donations are appreciated and with much love from myself. It will be going to help the family if absolutely needed, or it will be generally saved up towards a PC setup. So, but yeah, donation targets there. That will change when we hit it. I'm not going to be putting high targets, so there's no need to worry about that. I will say that we do need a fridge freezer, but that's something we can sort out, but we've jerry-rigged it. But Discord link is also down below in the video description, along with those 2 donation links, the PayPal and Cashapp. So, Voyager Part 2, how are you finding it? Hope you're enjoying it. But, aside to that, this is the video about Tal. He's a fantastic officer, and I see why everyone was raving about him so much. I'm absolutely loving it. So, yeah. So, I'm Admiral Pegasus. This was the Pegasus Show featuring Tal. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next video. Goodbye.